enjoyed this week's episode, and please like this video, share with your friends and dock mates, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us get more viewers like you.
Hey y'all, back aboard Yara, doing some plumbing work today. So now we're on the starboard side. So port side, we have to the tank, a deck fill, and a vent. Now we're on the starboard side, working on the deck fill and the vent, which is basically going to come up here into here. And then we found this little door that was built crudely at some point. We've already taken off the hinges, but the idea was to open this door. Yeah, and then it wouldn't even open all the way because it hit the backing plate here on the stanchion for the stanchion. So there's our vent right here, and then our fill fitting is this gray part that's sticking up through the deck here. So even with the door, this crude door, even with the door there, you couldn't get to the fill fitting. And this is actually not structural. You can kind of even bend it with your hand. So what we're gonna do is just cut it here and up, and that way we'll take this part out, will give us access to the fill, and then we'll be rebuilding this with a proper piece that looks way better than this crappy thing. So we're going to cut it with our oscillating tool, and of course when you use that and you're cutting into wood, wear some earplugs because it can get loud. But yeah, let's cut this out and give ourselves some access and even make it a little prettier along the way. Let's go. Alright, so we cut this out, and now we've got all the access we need to get our deck fill connected to our fill hose to fill our water tanks. Ta-da! We also noticed something that was really weird is look up here. I don't know if you can see it right there. There's a screw that goes down from the top of this board. Who knows how that got there? My guess is probably when they were putting the boat together, that screw was placed there, because there's no way that you could screw from the top of that board with the fiberglass in the way. Good old boat. Now that we have this access cut here, the hose is going to run from that deck fill down beyond this on the other side of that, down here and through this hole. But that's a square hole and we have round hose. So I'm going to cut that a little bit more with the oscillating tool, and then the hose will continue to run down there through that little gap there, and then it'll go down into where the tank lives. So some more cutting, but actually it'll be beneficial because this is kind of rotten. Not too bad. It's not wet, and it's not like falling apart. It's just this veneer's coming off. So I'm just gonna make this a little more space here, and we'll cut out some of that bad wood. And then I'm gonna do some boat yoga while we do that. Earplugs in, let's go. All right, check this out. So we cut that hole a little bit bigger. Then I cleaned out all of that with a bottle brush, this big brush here, and some cleaners. And that looks pretty good. I even put a mildew protectant, mildew block. So I think we can safely say that that's the cleanest part of the boat right now. And we're gonna snake the fill hose through that little channel and hook it up. It's gonna be hard to film that. You can see Dad back here heating up the hose because it's pretty hard to maneuver in its chilled state. So he's heating it up to make it easier to work with. But yeah, this is looking good. Let's go ahead and run that supply hose.